This is a GNN Special Report. President's Day was last month, and while many of you were celebrating the time off from work or sitting in class, others were protesting in the streets across the country, including Atlanta. The Not My President's Day rally is what organizers called it, and while it energized thousands of anti-Trump supporters, it also outraged conservative pundits like the Blaz's Tomi Lahren, who had this to say about a particular participant of the Atlanta rally.
If these folks spent half or even a quarter as much time on something productive, they might not be complaining about income inequality, student loans, or how unfair life is. Now, these individuals admittedly have no clear or concise policy proposal, but they still have a unifying message to the White House. No. But boy, are they good at making Sharpie signs like this one. Oh, Alyssa McNerney is a 25-year-old college student. She came out to highlight the hypocrisy within the Republican Party. But Alyssa, if you're referring to the left's utopian dream of free abortions for all, you will be very disappointed. And to the rest of you out protesting your president, remember this. You might look around and think you've got the numbers, the herds of the hard left in your corner, but you're wrong. The silent majority elected President Trump, and we happen to like secure borders, energy independence, American infrastructure, and responsibility. Get used to it.
This woman Lahren was speaking of happened to be one of our very own Grizzlies. GNN political correspondent Aaron Mottens was able to sit down with Alyssa to hear her side of what happened.
Welcome to GNN. Today we are having a special report. I'm here with Alyssa McNerney, and we're here to talk because she was featured on Tomi Lahren's video about Not My President on President's Day. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, Alyssa, in her video she was talking about Not My President. What does it mean on your sign when you say Trump is not my president?
Well, the whole purpose of the march, it wasn't Not My President's Day march, and I think many people they don't understand that when we use that term "not my president," we don't literally believe that he's not the president of the United States. Like, obviously we realize he is technically the president of the United States, but when we say that, you know, we really just mean that the things that he's doing, the policies that he's putting into place, and just really his whole all of his rhetoric and everything that he stands for, that is not us. We do not agree with that. So that's really what we're saying. You know, I think many people, I don't know why they want to credit us as being like incompetent. We obviously get that he is the president, but yeah, we're just saying that we just don't agree with what he's doing.
You're saying like other media outlets are saying that y'all are considered incompetent? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, I just think it's funny that that they take it so literally. I just don't know why. To me, it seems like you must think that we're incompetent if you think that we really think this, if that makes sense. Because I mean, clearly, yes, obviously he's the president. It's just we don't agree with what he's doing. Like I was saying earlier, very similar to how I'm sure how many people reacted when Obama got elected. They were like, "This guy's not our president. We don't like this guy." You know, whatever. It was the same exact thing, pretty much.
So tell me, Alyssa, what was some of the stuff that was posted on your sign, and what were some of the things that Tomi Lahren said that you did not agree with?
So my sign was pretty simple. I did not write it personally. It's just a quote that I've been seeing that's kind of been traveling around the internet that really spoke to me, really stood out to me. But the sign essentially it took a couple of verses from the book of Matthew, and it basically replaced some of what Jesus has said, his teachings, with policies that are typically seen from the conservative or Republican Party. Many of those, it was for I was hungry and you said drug test those who would ask for food. For I was thirsty and you said water or oil for us is more important than water for them. Build the pipeline. Then it went on to for I was a stranger and you said don't let him in. He's a terrorist. And then there was also about healthcare, for she was sick and you said take away her healthcare. So the whole point of the sign, again, very simplistic, because the conservative or Republican Party typically wants to align themselves with more Christian, like a more Christian narrative. So the whole point of the sign was just to kind of point to the hypocrisy in that, because if Jesus himself were here, many of the things that they're trying to put into place, I don't feel are things that that he would be backing. And many of Tommy's arguments, none of which I didn't really see any validity in any of them, to be honest.
Now, I know partially in your song you were talking about the disagreeing with the idea of welfare, and Tommy Lair was speaking where she said that, people are using their welfare to buy drugs. How do you feel about that statement and how she core-lined those two, or misunderstood or misinterpreted what you were saying about that?
Well, the whole point of that, again, the things that were on the sign are things that, if Jesus was here himself, these are things that, these are things that he would be doing. If there was someone who needed food and they had a drug problem, he would not turn that person away. And I just don't agree with drug testing those who want this assistance, because first off, if we really think and break down how much money that would cost just to drug test these people, that's so much money. Like, that is so much money to do that. It's unnecessary.
Well, in America, we have it where when people on welfare, it's not like you're on it for a certain amount of time. Some people can literally just be on it for years and years without any problems. And you don't think that it's not a problem as for some people who do pay tax, who do pay user taxes, to know that. Don't you believe that they do have the right to make sure that these people are at least trying to work, or at least trying to find a job and not using it to just do drugs all day?
Yeah, I understand that. You know what? I think it boils down to me personally, I think it really boils down to especially the Republican conservative narrative of what these people who are getting this assistance look like, who these people are, because we want to paint them as people who are drug addicts or these people who are just trying to cheat the system, when in reality, the amount of people who take advantage of this system, it is such a minuscule percent that you really want to take it away when there's other people who are actually benefiting from it. From that same token, as I said again, the idea of who these people are, like you just said, there's people who are on welfare for their whole life. One of my best friend, her boyfriend, both of his parents receive assistance. Do you know why both of his parents receive assistance? Because his mother has had 2 heart surgeries and she cannot work. She cannot work. His father, a veteran without a leg. He cannot work. These are people receiving the assistance. And let me just say, do you know how much assistance they get? Not even $1,000 together a month. That's it. Who can live off that? Who can live off of $1,000 a month? No one can. So now this person is now having to take care of his parents and put his own life on hold to take care of the household. These are the people who need our assistance. It's not every person on welfare is just some drug addict trying to take our money. And by that token, if they do have a drug problem, then why should we spend the money on drug testing them? Rather, let's spend the money on helping these people out, on providing better rehabilitation, on providing better therapy, and making those things more affordable. And I guarantee you probably wouldn't even see that problem.
Okay. Well, last point that I'm about to talk about is the pipeline. What do you think about the pipeline crisis that's going on currently in America?
My view is we need to be going away from fossil fuels. That's plain and simple. Those are a finite source. We need to be moving to efficient green energy. The fact that there's people who deny that or climate change or anything like that just blows my mind. And for Tommy to say her whole argument, and this was the only argument that she ever put up against this, the only argument that she said was she showed a picture of some of the littering that had happened from people protesting. And I'm not denying that. I've seen it. But let's say, first off, the littering would have never happened if there weren't even people there to have to protest something in the first place. And the second thing is I promise you that the littering from that is nowhere near the amount of damage caused from oil spills. Just since 1986, just since the mid-1980s, we have had an average of 3 million gallons a year spilling and in these oil spills, like damaging our environment. And that, I don't understand. None of this, any other point that we talk about, any other issue that we have, none of these things are going to matter if we do not even have a planet in a couple of decades.
Well, thank you for talking and joining us today. It was really good, nice to meet you. It was good to speak to you, especially about these issues that you seem as a concern in America. Thank you for tuning in on GNN. We'll be right back.